Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings, Tarot Reading from Heart. So this is your month ahead, July 2018, love reading. It's couples and singles, starting with couples. If you want to know, if you're a single and you want to know what's going on for July, it's timestamped below. Right, so we're using Healing with the Angels Oracle cards for your advice cards. I'm reading from a different location at the minute, so these are the only Oracle cards I've got on me at the moment, and these are the only sort of tarot cards I've got on me at the moment. So you got a bonus reading up as well, and we're doing the same bonus reading with these cards. And you've also got the Gilded Tarot that we're using as the main, for the main reading. So we're going to have a look at what advice is coming up for you, coupled up Sagittarians for the month of July 2018. What's the advice for coupled up Sagittarians in the month of July 2018? Sorry guys, if they fall out I tend to put them back in if it comes... Ugh! Can't take all of them, sorry. What's the advice coming in? What's the advice for coupled up Sagittarius people for the month of July 2018? Show me. Right, it's telling you about self-acceptance. Alright. So that's your advice for the month. If you're in a relationship with someone, it's all about, you're going to have to accept yourself. You're going to have to accept yourself for who you are. Alright, so I think that if you're involved with someone and someone's trying to change you, or somebody's trying to make you into what they want you to be, this is all about accepting yourself and accepting yourself for who you are, because that's the key to relationships, isn't it, Sagittarians? The key to a really good relationship is when you can accept yourself for who you are and somebody can accept you in turn. So self-acceptance is the key this month. Let's have a look what's going on. I'm just going to back up this camera a little bit, like so. Okay, so we've got a good amount of let me just bring this camera down, sorry about this guys. There we go. Sorry, the edge of my June is showing there. There we go. Alright, I hope that's okay. So let's have a look at what's going on. Universe Spirit, what is the situation for coupled Sagittarians who are in couples for the month of July 2018. What's the situation for Sagittarius people who are actually in relationships for the month of July 2018? Show me. Alright, we're going to split the deck into three like so. 1, 2, 3. Collect it back up and let's start putting the cards down. So we've got the present situation. So this is the situation for the month. This is what's influencing it. This is what the root cause of it is. Hope you can see those cards. Let me try and push those up a little bit here. This is the recent past. This is the most likely outcome. This is the immediate future. So a couple of, maybe sort of around the couple of weeks stage into July. This is the external factors for the relationship. This is the influences coming in. This is the hopes or desires. Hopes, desires or fears, and this is the overall outcome for those of you who are actually in coupled up relationships for the month of July 2018. Let's have a look. So what's the external factors for your relationship? Well, you've got death. There's a major change happening here. There's a transformation happening in your relationship. Sorry guys, I've just got a glass of milk. Stomach's been playing up a little bit. So yeah, we've got death as your situation. Let me just get a chair to sit on actually, so it's more comfortable. Yeah, the external factors are saying that the relationship, I mean, it might be that there's been somewhere along the line some form of an ending maybe in this relationship, but I choose to think, well, when you get a coupled up relationship and it is about couples, yeah, you might have gone through some form of an ending for some of you guys, but this is, death doesn't always mean endings. It really is a card that also indicates some form of a transformation. Now, as a result of that, what you're experiencing in the month of July 2018, while there's concern here, I think this transformation can't be good with the death card. It's almost like it's an ending, or maybe you've broken up with a partner, or you've decided to separate for a bit with that death energy. Death doesn't always mean, I mean, it does mean death, this is the thing. Separation is usually like Three of Swords. I think there might be a separation happening here with the death card. And I think as a result of that, what you're experiencing is uncertainty for some of you guys. with the moon energy. Moon is uncertainty, it's anxiety, it's worries, it's illusions, it's secrecy. But I think that this is more about, you know, uncertainty. Because the reason that everything is happening is judgment. A big decision is made with the judgment energy. Also, I think that, you know, with the judgment energy being a big decision, it's about facing up to the truth of a relationship. So I think that sometimes judgment can be that something's just coming out of the blue. So it might be something unexpected happened with the judgment card. I think that a big change happened here. A big change, a big decision was made for some of you guys with that judgment energy showing there. And in the recent past, you guys have experienced the Nine of Coins being on your own, basically. I think some of you guys have been on your own because you got the Nine of Coins, and I'm not surprised. So I think that this is actually the transformation card of the Death card is an ending for some of you guys. You've gone through a separation in the recent past. Sorry, in the external factors, you're going through a separation. And, you know, it's causing a lot of, probably some depression as well with that moon, because the reason is that judgment. Massive change, massive decisions being made, a judgment levied against the relationship, perhaps by the partner. And you found yourself being on your own, some of you guys, in the recent past. Now, what's influencing this depression or uncertainty with the moon energy is because this person's left. This person keeps the Knight of Wands, and that's you, actually, Sagittarius, as well. It's your card. So what's influencing this uncertainty is you, the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands really talks about the need to pursue. So it means a change, but this is your card, you see. This is you on the card. So I have to read the Knight of Wands as being you, because Knight of Wands represents a Sagittarius individual. So I think that what's causing this energy here is because I think that you are, I think that you're still enthusiastic for the relationship. Some of you guys might have left, because the Knight of Wands means to move, it means to leave. So some of you Sagittarians might have left the relationship with that Knight of Wands, and some of you guys might be interested in still pursuing this relationship. You still might be eager, okay? You still might be very much, you know, you still might be, have a lot of, you've got fire energy there going on with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands suggests somebody who's eager and enthusiastic and very interested in pursuing a particular direction. The most likely outcome for this, for you couples, is going to be justice. Okay, so you'll find, now justice is neutral. So you'll find that things are going to come to full circle by the end of July 2018 with the justice energy. Some of you guys, the most likely outcome might be divorce or the courts if you're married, because justice is a legal card. Coming in, what you're going to experience, Sagittarius, is the Ace of Swords. So this is about communication and the forming of a new plan. Influences coming in, what you'll experience, Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is where this new plan here that you are putting into, that you're thinking about. The Ace of Swords is communication, yes, but it's also through communication the forming of a new idea or a new plan. Now you'll find that this plan will start to ground itself with the Eight of Wands coming in, because the Eight of Wands is all about the ideas starting to take root, and you'll find that these ideas that are being developed here are starting to take root here. Now the hopes or fears, the world. So I think the hope really is to achieve something here, especially if you're speaking to the partner again, especially if you're trying to work the issues through with the World card. You want a successful conclusion with the World energy. The fear might be the ending of the cycle. The overall outcome for this, oh dear, Four of Cups, somebody's not happy, shows discontentment. Okay, I think that there is the forming of an action plan here, and with the Eight of Wands things are starting to take root, but the overall outcome shows that somebody is not playing ball with this Four of Cups. Somebody's not accepting this situation. Let's get some clarity on this and see what this is about. Right, so where are we? So I'm trying to keep the readings shorter because I need to get these up and I've got clients to do. Why is the external factors for Sagittarius relationship showing us death? Why is it showing us death? What is the Death card about? Right, the Four of Swords. I think somebody's withdrawn here, because the Death card is about somebody withdrawing. Four of Swords represents when somebody's withdrawn from a relationship. So I think that in your external factors, maybe the partner withdrew with the Four of Swords. And the reason that everything is happening is judgment. I think that a major decision was made here. A major decision, a major judgment was made in this relationship. And what's the Judgment card about? What's the Judgment card about? Well, there was a major judgment made on the connection, the relationship, the Two of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. So I think that the judgment was made that this relationship, the connection that you had with the partner, lacked any type of depth with the Five of Coins. The judgment was also made to abandon the connection, because the Five of Coins is about abandoning and the Two of Cups is about the relationship. So there was a decision made to abandon the relationship, and that also the relationship was probably, with that Five of Coins, lacked any type of depth. Probably there was a, because this is, when you get the Five of Coins, it's all about deprivation, okay? So it's all about a lack, what's the word that I'm using for this Five of Coins? It's all about, there's a certain word for it. It's like a deprivation consciousness or something. I can't quite remember what the saying is for it. But the way that we look at the Five of Coins is that you either abandon, or there's something here that lacks some form of, you know, foundation. And it's almost like this relationship, the Two of Cups, lacks any foundation. And I think there's a judgment made on that. So the partner's probably abandoned, or you've abandoned the relationship, or there has been a judgment made that this relationship lacks any type of strong, solid foundation with the Five of Coins. And in the recent past, you've experienced the Nine of Coins, and that I would read as you guys being on your own. What's this Nine of Coins about, though? What's this Nine of Coins about? Well, the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, this is about you guys not I think that you've turned away from a King of Wands here. All right. This, in the recent past, some of you guys have decided to focus on yourself here, and you're not focusing. You decided also with the Nine of Coins, another word we can use for Nine of Coins, Sagittarius, is isolation. So some of you guys, as a result of this, have decided to, and I think it's a lot of you guys made the call on this. I think you decided to isolate yourself from this individual, okay? Now, your challenge is the Knight of Wands. What's this Knight of Wands about? And I think that you're still enthusiastic. Somewhere along the line, you still want to pursue this relationship. I think that you're still very attracted to this person. What's the Knight of Wands about? Because it's you, the Knight of Wands. What's the Knight of Wands about as the challenge position? The Five of Wands. Okay, so your challenge is yourself, the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is pursuing, and he's often but he's also leaving. So I actually think it's you leaving as the Knight of Wands. I think your challenge is leaving this argument, leaving this problem. Five of Wands energy shows here. Five of Wands shows a conflict, and the Knight of Wands often leaves situations. So I think his challenge is really leaving this conflict that you're involved in with the drama of the relationship. So you can't. Your challenge might be leaving the drama, which is why you're experiencing the Moon energy, and the Moon is all about anxiety, fear, worries. What's this Moon about? What's the Moon about? The Ace of Wands. I think that you're still experiencing somewhat of an attraction here. I think that you're still experiencing the energy around you is... I mean, I'm not going to read the combination of the cards because I'm asking why you're experiencing the Moon. So when I put the Moon down, I ascertained that that card was saying that some of you guys are probably concerned or anxious. But I think the anxiety is all to do with you guys still being very attracted to this individual with the Ace of Wands energy. Because Ace of Wands means very attracted to an individual. There's still a spark there. So I think that you're experiencing with this Moon energy, depth of feeling with this Moon as well. And that depth of feeling, but also the uncertainty, the uncertain emotions. Because remember, with the Moon, the emotions go up and down like this, up and down like this. I think the uncertain emotions are all about your attraction. You're still attracted to this King of Wands, even though you've isolated yourself from this individual. I think that there's certainly a great deal of concern with that Moon energy, and that concern with the Moon energy is all to do with the fact that you are actually still attracted to this individual. Now, the most likely outcome will be justice. You're going to sort this situation out. You're going to find a balance. Or this is a decision. What's the Justice card about? What's this Justice card about? The Magician. So I think actually the most likely outcome is that you'll make a decision, and you'll make a decision with the Magician energy. The Magician is all about starting again, but the Magician is also about using the tools, using the knowledge, using the resources that you have to start creating a new reality. So I think that the most likely outcome with the Justice card is that some of you guys are going to make a decision with this Justice energy, that you're going to want to take control of the situation and try and start again, try and create something new within this relationship. Coming in, I'm seeing the hatching of a new plan with the Ace of Swords, or communication. And what's the Ace of Swords about? What's the Ace of Swords about? Well, it's the Five of Swords. Okay. I think this is more about a discussion, to be honest with the Ace of Swords. I think the Ace of Swords is saying that coming and you're going to have a discussion, a clear, honest, upfront discussion. And that discussion is going to be about how much hurt has been brought to this relationship, or how much hurt this person has imposed on you. Just how broken you are. Because I'm seeing you, Sagittarians, as being the person in the background who's crying. And this is the person here who's hurt you. This man here, the third swordsman, is actually the King of Wands. So I think there's going to be a discussion, and you're going to be, you know, you're going to be quite honest. But also, it might also be that you're going to see things very clearly. And what you're seeing very clearly with the Ace of Swords is just how much hurt has been impacted. But also, you're seeing very clearly how much your confidence has gone down, I think, with this Five of Swords. And what you experience from there is the Eight of Wands. I think these ideas will start to ground themselves. And what's this Eight of Wands about? What's the Eight of Wands about? I think the ideas are going to start to ground themselves that you need to cut yourself off with the Queen of Swords. You need to cut this person loose. And that's why you've got the advice card of self-acceptance. You need to accept yourself, and you need to accept that what you need to do in this situation. Because I think some of you guys want to give this situation a second chance. So I think that the ideas will start to ground themselves, that you're going to need to cut yourself off from this individual with the Queen of Swords energy. Your hopes or fears would be the world. And what's this world about? What's the world about? What's the world about? Well, no, it's the Empress. It's nice. Your hopes would be you're going to have a successful conclusion to this situation. It's all about being able to nurture this relationship. Okay, so it's all about developing the relationship, nurturing it, building it, loving one another. It's a successful, successful matter, successful goal achieved with the World card is the hope of Sagittarius, and that hope is all to do with building the relationship, nurturing it, caring, love, Empress energy shows there. But the overall outcome says, well, disinterest or rejecting the idea. What's this Four of Cups about? What's this Four of Cups about? Well, the Hanged Man. I think that some of you guys, the overall outcome shows rejection with the Four of Cups. Not ready to, not willing to take love right now, trying to be selective. And this is all about, I think this is a change of mind. So I think with the Hanged Man, it's showing us what that Four of Cups is about, is because with the Hanged Man can sometimes show when you've changed your perspective, you've changed your mind. I think that you guys in the overall outcome are going to change your mind with this Hanged Man energy. It's a change of mind, it's a change of position. All right. I think you guys are doing that because you're looking to prevent any type of changes, prevent anything from happening, prevent any changes now coming in again. It's a really weird reading. It's not even weird, it's interesting more than anything. But from what I'm seeing is the advice is self-acceptance for the month. So you've got to accept a decision that you know that you need to make here, Sagittarius. Now, the external factors are the Death card. There's been an ending here, but the ending is all about somebody who withdrew. Four of Swords. And the reason that everything is happening is because there was a judgment made. A decision was made with the judgment energy that your relationship, this connection here, lacked any type of depth or was completely unstable. The foundation was too unstable for this relationship to survive. Also, I think that the decision was made for someone to shut you out of the relationship or to abandon this relationship. Now, you guys have been focusing on yourself with the Nine of Coins in the recent past. You've isolated yourself from this individual who's probably still watching and looking at you. This person, I think, is still interested to a certain extent. But what's challenging you this month is that you're still finding it difficult, I think, to leave the drama of this relationship with the Five of Wands. And that's why you're experiencing through the month of July 2018, coupled up Sagittarians, worry, fear, anxiety, uncertainty, illusions as well with that moon energy. And the illusion is that there is still some form of attraction here. There is still the ability as well, I think, with this Ace of Wands to grow this relationship and still to develop it. The overall outcome, sorry, not the overall outcome, the most likely outcome for the month of July 2018 will be justice. And I think that this is you guys making a decision, and that decision is to take control of the situation with the Magician energy and to try and build this relationship up again, to try and create something new. coming in, I think you're either going to have a discussion about how you're feeling, and the Five of Swords is feeling hurt. So you might be having a discussion with this person that this person's really hurt you. They've really lowered your confidence. For some of you guys, it might be that you can see very clearly that this person has actually, and I think it's actually you seeing clearly with the Ace of Swords. I think because you become very aware with that Ace of Swords that this person really has lowered your confidence through their behaviour with this Five of Swords, and therefore these ideas starting to ground themselves with the Eight of Wands, that you're going to cut yourself out. So you say these ideas, whatever it is that you're thinking here, the ideas grounding themselves with the Eight of Wands, that actually no, I want to cut myself off from this person. Or if you're communicating to this person that this person has really hurt you here in this area, Sagittarius, I think that you all, influence is coming in, you're going to be sending a few emails, a few text messages with that Eight of Wands, that actually you're done with the relationship, the Queen of Swords, and you don't want to see the person again. Your hopes would be really to successfully achieve the goal, the ultimate goal, which is of love, nurturing, building the relationship with the Empress energy to something that is really bountiful and really prosperous and really loving. But the overall outcome shows the Four of Cups energy, and the Four of Cups is, I think, that you guys are going to reject the idea of this relationship. You're not going to really invest emotionally in it. I think that you're going to detach yourselves from it, and the reason for that is the Hangman. I think there's a change of perspective here coming in for you guys. You're going to, I think the self-acceptance is really you guys just accepting that maybe, just maybe, for some of you, a situation is over. All right, we're going to get on with the with the singles reading. Just bear with me. Hi Sagittarius singles, we're doing your reading now. We are using Healing with the Angels Oracle for advice and Gilded Tarot main reading. This is your reading for singles for the month of July 2018. What is the advice that you have for single Sagittarians for the month of July 2018? What is the advice that you have for single Sagittarians for the month of July 2018? Show me. It's telling you to study. Okay, and I think that what it means by study, it could be study yourself. It could be do a little bit of reading. It might be that you need to read some self-help shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe you need to read books, because it's telling you to study. And the only reason I think it would be telling you to study for you single Sagittarians, and I also think in a way this is like saying, well, you know, if you're feeling depressed about not having a relationship, Sagittarians, single Sagittarians, it might also be saying, well, find an interest, for example, do something else, find something else to study. Because I think sometimes if you feel alone, or you feel that you're not loved, and you're feeling depressed by that, sometimes what can happen with yourself is you can get so immersed in that you block yourself from having love come in. So for some of you guys, find another thing to do, find something else to put your passion and your energy into with the study energy. And for some of you guys, you might literally need just to find a way to help yourself, really. Maybe there's blockages within you that need to kind of be unblocked so that love can come in. So we're going to put that to one side there, and let's see what's going on for single Saggies in the month of July 2018. Show me single Sagittarians in the month of July 2018. What's coming in for single Sagittarians in the month of July 2018? Show me. Alright, let's split the deck. 1, 2, 3. Collect this back up and let's put the cards down. Present situation, so the energy for the month, or what you're dealing with for the month situation. What's influencing that? What's the root issue? What's the cause of it all? What you've experienced in the recent past. What's the most likely outcome? Let's just put these cards up a little bit here so they look a bit neater. What's the immediate future? So say maybe the first 2 weeks in July. You guys, so who are you in this card? What influence are coming in? What's your hopes, fears or desires? And this card here, the overall outcome. Alright, so yeah, I can see everything on the screen, that's fine. Let me just pull up my chair a little bit more. So who are you guys? You are the Knight of Swords, Sagittarius. I think that you're raring to go. I think you're on a quest here with the goal of the King of the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a fast mover and a fast shaker. And sorry, you should have shown my jeans there. So if you're showing us that being the Knight of Swords, then really you're quite motivated. And some of you single Sagittarians, I think because you show us being the Knight of Swords, you're motivated and you're driven very much by ideas with that Knight of Swords energy. Now, the reason that everything is happening is because of a relationship, Two of Cups. I think some of you guys have probably made a connection with someone, and I think that you're very motivated by that energy. So you're motivated to probably talk to someone, speak to someone, get to know them with that Knight of Swords. You're motivated and you're driven to kind of, you know, move towards the goal of that individual because you've found a connection. I think some of you guys have actually found a connection to an individual. Now, what you've experienced in the recent past is definitely an attraction. There's definitely a sense of lust and attraction, I think, for this individual here. And the reason, what's influencing you this month, or what's challenging you, is the Four of Cups. So I think that this person is showing disinterest. I think that what's challenging you this month is that somebody's showing disinterest. The Four of Cups shows disinterest because you can't be disinterested because this is you. You're very motivated, you're very driven to get to know someone because you've met someone, some of you guys. The reason that everything is happening is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is all about a relationship, and it's all about finding a real emotional connection to another individual. So I think you found a real emotional connection to an individual here, and it says in the recent past you've been very attracted to this individual. But what's challenging you this month is the Four of Cups. And this person is saying, well, you might be attracted to this person, but this person is probably showing a lot of passive energy. They're not showing as riveted or as interested as you are. And as a result of that, the energy that you're going to experience for the month is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's no breakthrough with this situation, unfortunately. So the Ace of Swords reverse means no breakthrough. It actually is a cancellation card. So if you get the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, somebody might not be responding to your messages. There's no response. So it might, you know, this is a non-responsive card. It shows when somebody doesn't speak. It shows when somebody's not communicating. So it might be you're experiencing for the month the lack of communication with someone with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Also, it might be that the Ace of Swords in the reverse means stagnancy. There's no breakthrough in this situation. Things are kind of staying the way that they are. But it said swords are ideas and words. So it could be there's a lack of communication here. Also, an inability to see clearly where you need to go to next. I think that you're interested in someone, but somebody's not showing much interest in you, single Saggies. The most likely outcome from this situation will be confusion, Five of Wands. I think that there's a sense of frustration for some of you guys coming in with that Five of Wands energy. Now, in the immediate future, you guys will experience the Hermit. So I think that you're the Hermit, and I think that you're searching for answers with that Hermit energy. We'll see where the Hermit is facing in a moment, because we're going to get another card, a clarifier card. It usually shows what it's following. You might be following this person's social media, for example, especially if you get a card like the Page of Swords, for example, something like that. Cards that usually show social media are the sword cards, to be perfectly honest with you. Sometimes the wands can as well. Influence is coming in. Oh, well, that's nice. Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups can be the past sometimes, and Six of Cups can be though you're getting along with someone. So maybe you're getting along with this person now. Maybe this is, I think that, and also the Six of Cups is looking towards the Hermit is looking towards the Six of Cups. Some of you guys coming in looking towards the past. Some of you guys looking towards what you feel to be a kindred spirit, or even searching for a kindred spirit there. Hopes or fears? Well, your hopes are the King of Cups. You're hoping that this person will be as emotionally responsive as you are to them, or emotionally available, or emotionally interested in you. The overall outcome for this situation, single Sagittarians, no, it's not going to happen for some of you, I'm afraid. The Ten of Swords. I see some of you guys giving up. This isn't you being stabbed in the back, because I don't think you know this person very well, but I do feel with the Ten of Swords, this is you guys giving up here. Okay. You might even be looking towards doing a kind deed for this person, but I think it'll be to no avail, because unfortunately I don't think that this person is interested enough. Let's have a look at if we can get some more clarity on this. So why is Sagittarius showing as being the Knight of Swords? Now I know that there's a relationship here or a connection with someone, but why are they showing as being the Knight of Swords? What's this Knight of Swords about? You said that Sagittarians, single Sagittarians are showing as being the Knight of Swords. What's this Knight of Swords about? The Ten of Coins. So I think that you're pursuing, some of you might be pursuing somebody within the workplace. Ten of Coins can be within the workplace. Some of you guys are actually pursuing, or you're motivated, or you're driven by money, the Ten of Coins, or to find stability. Maybe you're driven by the idea of, maybe you think that you found your soulmate, the person that you're going to grow old with, the person that you're going to build a life with, that Ten of Coins for some of you guys. Now, the reason that everything is happening is because you have a connection with someone, an emotional connection with someone. And what's this connection about with the Two of Cups? What's this Two of Cups about? Show me. Well, the Eight of Swords. I think a lot of you guys, this is all in the mind, to be perfectly honest with you, because the Two of Cups, this connection you have is the Eight of Swords. It's restricted, there's limitations. I think communicating with this person has been limited. The root issue is that the communication has been limited. Usually when you get the Eight of Swords, it tells you there's a blockage. So the Eight of Swords right at the back will show you a blockage card. I think that communication has been blocked with this individual, or communication has been limited. So I think that you guys are searching. I think with the Knight of Swords energy, it's saying that you guys are the Knight of Swords in the month of July 2018. It depends on how you want to read it, to be perfectly honest, because these cards are very expansive and they show lots of different things happening. So if I say to the tarot, why is... it depends on how I explain the first card. To me, you look like you were pursuing a goal here. It might be the Ten of Coins is telling me you're pursuing a goal in the workplace. Finding love in the workplace is a singleton. It might be that with the Knight of Swords you're pursuing a goal of, you know, building a relationship with someone with this Ten of Coins energy showing here. Building a, you know, pursuing a goal with the Knight of Swords of finding a relationship that's stable and secure with that Ten of Coins energy. Now the reason that everything is happening is because of the Two of Coins. Two of Cups. Now Two of Cups is all about a connection, love connection. But it's saying that this Two of Cups is about the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is showing frustration. Okay. I'll just put another card. Some of you guys are feeling very frustrated because you've lost someone here with the Five of Cups. So actually I don't think you've met someone here. I think that you are now with the Knight of Swords ready to... You're quite confident. Knight of Swords is a confident individual. So here you're showing us people who are very confident. You're confidently pursuing a new goal. And that new goal is all about, maybe in the workplace, but more about building a lifetime relationship with a person. Because I think the root issue is all about a relationship, a connection with the Two of Cups. But that's about you guys feeling frustrated that you've lost love. So I think it's a relationship that you guys have felt frustrated about that you lost. I think here the root issue is that you've lost a relationship and now you're pursuing, you're looking for, with that Knight of Swords, finding another relationship, one in which you can build a life with the Ten of Coins. Now in the recent past you've experienced the Eight of Wands, and I would say this is probably a quick fling for some of you guys. What's this Ace of Wands about? What's this Ace of Wands about? The Nine of Coins. I think that you guys have experienced, because it's about the Nine of Coins, and you've got the Four of Coins as well. It's almost like you're isolating yourself from anyone that wants to cling to you with this Four of Coins. So I get the impression that some of you guys have experienced a quick fling with the Ace of Wands, an attraction. But actually I think this attraction, when I say what's the attraction about, the attraction is to really be on your own. Because the Nine of Coins is about isolating oneself, and the Four of Coins says, I don't want love at the moment, I'm enjoying being in my own space. Because this person can be quite, you know, this person tends to reject love. Depends how you want to read the Four of Coins, but looking at this Nine of Coins and the Four of Coins, I'm seeing two people on their own, and two people who like their own space. So I think in the recent past you guys have experienced being very attracted with that Ace of Wands. And also this is a new beginning as well. So some of you guys might experience a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. And that new beginning is finding you guys on your own. So it might not have been long ago that you actually left a relationship and lost a relationship here. But I do think that you are interested in pursuing something more long-term here now with this Ten of Coins energy. It might be that you're interested in pursuing a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual, or somebody who's, you know, high-ranking, or somebody who has lots of money, or somebody who's got great status. But I think this is more about you pursuing a long-term relationship, because the reason that everything is occurring is that there's a relationship here, but you're quite frustrated that you lost it. And I think that in the recent past, you guys have, you know, been on a quest for this new beginning with the Ace of Wands. You've been experiencing great pleasure, great excitement, great passion within your life, and the passion is all to do with your own pursuits. Money probably as well for some of you guys. We've got two money cards. So some of you guys have pursued, you know, have experienced, you know, great passion, a new passion. And a new passion could be about, maybe this is something to do with business or money or earning money, and making sure that you're settled and you're comfortable and secure with that Nine of Coins and the Four of Coins. Your challenge for the month of July 2018, single Sagittarians, is the Four of Cups. And what's this Four of Cups about? Four of Cups about? I think you're being very selective with that Four of Cups. Well, the Emperor. So if you guys, it might be the challenge for the month is that you're not interested in a particular emperor, or you're not interested in a particular person, or maybe there's an emperor, there's a man here or a woman or a strong individual that is showing a lack of interest. So especially if you're pursuing somebody who's got, you know, who's of high status here. But I don't think it is. I think you're looking for, with this Knight of Swords, a long-term relationship. But I think that also, for some of you guys, it's more about, I don't think this is a person, I think this is you. I think this is your energy. I think that your challenge is that you're very selective, because as the Emperor energy, you're creating boundaries. So I think that you're being very selective and very careful around love. And this is why you're experiencing the Ace of Swords in the reverse. No breakthroughs with that Ace of Swords reversed. What's this Ace of Swords reversed about for Sagittarians in the month of July 2018? Well, there you go, blocking people out. It's being blocked. You're blocking people out. You're putting up your defences. You put up a real strong defence mechanism here with this Two of Swords. So the Ace of Swords in the reverse says that you experience with this Ace of Swords, the energy around you in the month of July 2018 single Sagittarians, is that there is no change here with you with the Ace of Swords reverse. Things are staying the same, really. Because I think with the Two of Swords, it's all about you guys putting up your defences here with the Two of Swords. And the most likely outcome, therefore, for the month of July 2018 will be the Five of Wands. And what's this Five of Wands about? What's this Five of Wands about? I think that this is frustration or confusion. Well, no, I think that this is you guys blocking out a Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a character. It's a character that says, I want to come in. The Knight of Wands is usually a player. And the Five of Wands can show people who are blocking things out as well. So I think it's about you guys blocking out any type of player. The Knight of Wands. Or maybe you're blocking changes, for example. Knight of Wands can be change. And we asked what the blockage is with the Five of Wands, but it's about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is change. It's either a person or it's change. But you're blocking out either a person coming in or change. Or the type of person coming in would be maybe a player energy. Coming in there, you've got this Hermit, and I think this might be somebody else and not you. This is about somebody who's seeking something. Let's have a look at where the Hermit is turning. What's this Hermit facing towards? The Moon. Well, I think that you're trying to break through some illusion here, because the Hermit is about to walk into that Moon card. Can you see? He's got his lamp turned towards the Moon. So he's seeking some form of clarity. He needs to find out what the hell is going on with the Moon. So I think coming in, this is actually your energy, with the Hermit energy, Sagittarius. I think that you're seeking to illuminate the fears. You're open to kind of, and this is where the study comes in, which is why I think there might be some self-help here that the universe is talking about for some of you Sagittarians. Because I think that you know that you want a long-term relationship. Because a relationship failed in the past. You were hurt. You were hurt, frustrated by loss, and you are frustrated by loss. So I think the reason that everything is happening is because Two of Cups. It's all about having a connection, but it's because this Two of Cups, this connection, is all to do you being frustrated by loss. But it might be the reason that everything is happening as well is because you're talking to someone here, and maybe you're talking to an individual because the situation is that you're frustrated by loss, you're feeling upset. So I get the impression some of you guys might still be talking to an individual here as well. But in the recent past, you have become more passionate and more excited with the Ace of Wands and pursued a new beginning. And that new beginning is really just to stay on your own, isolate yourself, and put your barriers up with that Four of Coins and focus on protecting yourself and valuing yourself and securing yourself and making sure that you're financially and everything else stable. And actually I do think that now this is two ways. I think that your influence for the month is that some of you guys are rejecting an Emperor. It might be an Aries person, but if you're rejecting an Emperor, it'll be the person that you're speaking to here. If you're not speaking to somebody here, then this is you guys who are being very selective in a relationship because you've got boundaries put up here. And that's why the energy for the month is no breakthrough. It might be for some of you guys, if you are the root issue is about speaking to someone. If you're speaking to someone or communicating with someone here with the Two of Cups and it's about your frustration over how somebody's hurt you, then I think that as a result of that, the energy for the month will be that you'll cut contact with them with the Ace of Swords because you put your barriers up with the Two of Swords, you're blocking them out. And therefore, you guys, if you are still speaking to an individual here, this is about you being single and saying, actually, I'm blocking this idiot from coming in and coming out of my life. From thinking he or she can play the field. Coming in, I think that you're going to be, you know, shining a light on the moon. Some of you guys might be finding a secret out, especially if there is somebody still around you here. Some of you guys, it might be that you're shining a light on your own fears and your own worries with the moon energy. So this is all about sorting your shit out. Coming in, what you'll experience with the Six of Cups, single Sagittarians, is the... Oops, look, Daisy. What is this Six of Cups about? I don't know whether you're going back to the past or whether you're connecting with someone. Or maybe you're reminiscing. What's this Six of Cups about? Well, it's about the Magician. The Magician usually creates an illusion, that's the thing. See, this is about what's being created, the Magician. Because magicians are creators. This is about taking an action. But you're experiencing the Six of Cups. And I'm wondering if this is somebody from the past. I don't know what this Six of Cups is. It just doesn't seem to fit into some of the reading for me. Or whether this is unconditional love. I think that what you're experiencing coming in is unconditional love with this Six of Cups. But I think it's through a person. I think it's through a magician. I think it's through somebody who has the ability with that magician energy to give you guys some form of support. Five of Coins means support as well. So I think that really what this is saying is that this is not this person. This is a family or a friend or somebody who loves you very dearly, Sagittarius. And this person will come in, they'll give you unconditional support because they have the ability with the magician energy to give you, you know, all the love, all the support that you need with the Five of Coins. Your hopes would be for a King of Cups, single Sagittarians. And what's this King of Cups about? What's this King of Cups about? The Two of Wands. I think that your hopes would be that this King of Cups, and I think this King of Cups is actually, especially, I'm just getting this impression that you guys are still speaking to someone here. Because I get the impression that you would hope that this King of Cups would make a decision between what path he or she wants to go down. Because I get the impression that the root issue is you're communicating. Two of Cups is not just about relationship, it's about communicating with another person. So I get the impression that some of you guys are still communicating with someone as the root issue. And that communication is to do with how frustrated you are about, you know, having given up on the relationship, having the relationship end. I think some of you guys in this area are still missing someone here. But in the recent past, you've experienced excitement. And that excitement is all about being on your own, isolating yourself. Probably isolating yourself from somebody who's quite mean and unsharing with the Four of Coins. Because the Four of Coins can show a very mean, uncaring person. And the Nine of Coins means to isolate oneself and focus on oneself, find one's independence. So I think that there has been some excitement with that Ace of Wands in the recent past. And that Ace of Wands excitement is all to do with being independent. Being independent of somebody, a Four of Coins person. Somebody who's either possessive or somebody who won't share. And I think what's influencing you this month is that you're not interested in this Emperor. You're not interested in this, especially if they're a control freak with that Four of Pentacles and the Emperor there. And that's why there's no, the energy is not communicating with this person, because I think you've put your, you know, you put your defences up. And this is you blocking out this person from coming into your life again with the Knight of Wands. Some of you guys finding a secret out about this person. Some of you guys with this Hermit energy showing here are seeking illumination over, you know, a problem or over a situation that you're unsure about. I do think with this Six of Cups energy here, you're going to find unconditional love. And that unconditional love will be with the Magician. The Magician is somebody who has the capacity to help you with the Five of Coins, whoever that person might be. Your hope would be a King of Cups. And this King of Cups, it looks to me like your hopes are for a King of Cups to make a decision with the Two of Wands energy. Maybe you're wanting this person to make a decision to reconcile differences with the Temperance energy. And I think if you want someone to reconcile difference with the Temperance energy, then it's showing here that you've had discussions with this person. And the discussion has been that you've been really frustrated and you haven't been able to get them off your mind with the Eight of Swords. And it's concerning the loss of the relationship. I think a part of you single Sagittarians, there's somebody around you you're still communicating with, and you've said, you know, look, I really miss you, and I'm frustrated that the relationship broke up. But then a part of you enjoys not isolating yourself from somebody who seems to be unsharing. So I think that maybe, just maybe, this person is unsharing, because I think if they were possessive, you wouldn't be doing the hopes thing with the King of Cups. So I think it's really that this person that you've isolated yourself from, single Sagittarians, has been quite unsharing. They've not opened up enough to you. They've been quite mean and quite selfish. So this is almost like you've been in, you know, in the recent past, you felt quite excited with the Ace of Wands. You stepped into this new life, and this is all about you isolating yourself, focusing on yourself with the Nine of Coins energy from somebody who's quite selfish. And your influence this month is you're not interested in this person, this Emperor. And in fact, you'll want to, the most likely outcome is that you're going to just push him out, push him or her out. You're not interested in their player tactics. You're not interested in them coming and going as they please. Some of you guys finding out a secret, some of you guys shining a light on a problem here with the moon, or on a secret, or on an anxiety. But your hopes would be, well, I hope that this, and now this person shows as being the King of Cups, I hope that this person would be loving enough and caring enough to make a decision to try and mend this situation with me, with the Temperance energy. But the overall outcome is the Ten of Swords. I think that this is an ending card here. What's this Ten of Swords about? What's this Ten of Swords about? The Six of Wands. I think this is about you guys having the confidence with the Six of Wands. Well, I think it's you guys having, if you look at that Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups, this is a, Knight of Cups is often a person who's inviting or giving love to other people. So this is about playing the field and finding lovers in other places. I think that you guys put an end to this situation, because I think with the Six of Wands, it's about you guys having the confidence to give your love or to pursue love, Knight of Cups, with other people, Three of Cups. So I just think that at the end of the day, there's somebody around you. We'll go through this reading very quickly again, single Saggies. I think what's happening is that you guys, in the month of July 2018, it's some of you guys, it might be because the Knight of Swords is out of that Ten of Coins, you might be leaving a long-term relationship as well for some of you guys. So some of you guys might actually be leaving a long-term relationship. And I'm going to put it on the lines of a relationship here, because I think this is recent for some of you guys. I think that you've left, because Knight of Swords also shows somebody who exits. So I think actually you guys have left a long-term relationship with that Knight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. And I think the reason that everything is happening is because of this communication you've had with this person. And that communication is that you're frustrated and you're feeling really kind of, you know, hindered and trapped and limited by a relationship in which there's a lot of hurt, a lot of pain with that Five of Cups. And in the recent past, you've experienced a new lease of life with the Ace of Wands, some of you single Saggies. And that new lease of life is all to do with you isolating yourself from a pretty selfish individual. One in which the influence for the month is you're not interested in accepting love from this Emperor. This might be a control freak. Or somebody who feels that they have more power over you. And therefore I see you guys blocking out Five of Wands, what you would deem to be a player. So you're pushing this person out. You can see the Knight of Wands is being pushed out of that group there. It looks like you're pushing this individual out. Now, because the influences are you're not interested in this Emperor. Because can you see? Look at the Emperor. Look what he does. Can you see? I noticed this the other day. Can you see where that hand is there? He's saying, come here. Can you see that? He's got a hand pointing downwards. Can you see? He holds his, and he says, come here. But you guys are saying here with the Four of Cups, you say, well, no. You're saying no to orders. You're rejecting somebody's orders here. So what's influencing you, I think, is that you're rejecting Four of Cups, this person's orders. And that's why the energy around you is that you guys won't be communicating with this person because you're blocking them out with the Two of Swords. And the most likely outcome is completely blocking out with the Five of Wands energy this player type, this player dude who thinks he can do what he wants, says what he wants, and go wherever he or she wants. As I said, coming in, probably discovering with that Hermit a secret, maybe with the Moon card. I'll see what that secret is. If it's a secret, what is the secret with the Moon? What is the secret with the Moon? This person might have been communicating, sending text messages behind your back, for example. The Three of Wands can show behind your back. So, because the relationship is behind him. So this person might have been sending messages. It might be sending messages to far off places as well with that Three of Wands. So, you know, networking is the Three of Wands. So sending messages, emailing a network of people. So it could be like doing stuff online. Maybe, you know, doing all of this internet dating behind your back, Tinder, whatever it is. And coming in, I think that you're going to receive with the Six of Cups energy. Tenderness and love and unconditional love, and I think it's from somebody who has the ability with the Magician to support you with the Five of Coins. Could be a family member. Your hopes would be really for this person in their kindest form of the King of Cups energy to make a decision to try and work through the issues, maybe their own issues with the Temperance energy showing there. But the overall outcome shows the Ten of Swords, single Sagittarius, where I think that you guys are putting an end to this situation, because I think with the Six of Wands, you are confident enough to start pursuing with that Knight of Cups other people with the Three of Cups, okay? Start showing, you know, romantic interest in others. The advice was study. Maybe the study is here, where you're finding out that somebody's actually communicating with a network of people, perhaps, I think, with that Three of Wands energy showing there. Okay? I think that this Page of Swords is often communicating, it's often emailing, texting, and the Three of Wands can be a network of people or texting behind your back. So it's almost like somebody's been texting and sending emails behind your back, or they've been networking, communicating with a network of people. Three of Wands. So I think that this is all about you guys studying the person. I think the universe is telling you the advice for the month is to study an individual. Okay? Because that study is going to bring new beginnings to you. I just picked another card. It's going to bring new beginnings to you, single Sagittarians. Alright? Okay, that's your reading for the month of July 2018. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.